Marvel is expecting a runaway success with the upcoming release of Spider-Man 3 in May. The first installment in the Spider-Man series was the highest-grossing film of 2002, amassing over $800 million in worldwide ticket sales. Then Spider-Man 2 hit box office gold again, grossing $374 million. Yet, as impressive as these numbers are, investing in Marvel could be a losing proposition. Hello everyone, I'm Sandy Franks and this is Smart Investing Stockbusters at TFNFinancialNews.com. Sounds crazy to suggest Marvel could be a stock to avoid, but that's exactly what my guest today says the action you should take. Let me introduce Ian Cooper, editor of Death Cross Trader and Early Alert Trader. Ian watches thousands of stocks and hears dozens of behind-the-scenes conversations with industry insiders. That information usually leads him to runaway success for his readers. But let's find out why he's bearish on Marvel. Ian, thanks for joining us.
Hey Sandy, how are you?
Why do you see trouble for Marvel?
Well, in 2002, for example, after the stock ran on Spidey hype from 250 to more than 6, the stock sold off shortly after the film's release, falling from about 6 to less than 350 a month later. Then, by the June 30th, 2006 release of Spider-Man 2, the stock tanked again, this time from 20 to less than 13, again in a month's time. I'm expecting to see the same situation unfold on the release of Spider-Man 3 this May.
But come on, Ian, we're talking about an icon here. Right now, the stock is up more than 60% since its August low, plus the stock price increased fourfold in the 7 months before the first movie opened in 2002. The stock doubled in the 8 months before the Spidey 2 premiere in 2004. And I'm going to tell you, none of this sounds like a stock on the cusp of disaster.
Sure, but look what happened to Marvel in the days following the film's 2 releases. As I said, in 2002, Marvel slid about 50% in the weeks following the release. Again in 2004 on Spider-Man 2, the stock sold off again from 20 to 13, quickly following the film's release. We're playing a historical run prior to a Spider-Man movie release. It's historically sold off afterwards because the hype dies. Investors are well aware of this coming doom after the product's release and opt to short the hype-driven stock for quick gains on the downside. The stock is already priced in hype surrounding Spider-Man 3, plus this film cost a rumored $300 million to make. It'll have to make good coin at the box office to exceed any sky-high expectations. And quite honestly, since it's a sequel, it'll never do as well as the original. In my opinion, it won't make $800 million plus that Spider-Man 1 brought in.
Ian, I don't think we're seeing eye to eye here, so let's talk about the fundamentals of Marvel. It owns the copyrights to 4,000 comic heroes. Marvel posted a 17% increase in sales from its 2000 numbers. Its operating margin is around 40%, and Marvel controls 40% of the comic book sales market. If I were an investor, I would think you're crazy to tell me I should sell Marvel shares.
Well, after the hype dies down, it may be a buy, but not now, not on the hype. It's just not the hype premium that could kill the stock near term. It's the competition too. You know, you have Shrek the Third and Pirates of the Caribbean also coming out in May 2007.
Okay, but if we go back to the record numbers for Spider-Man that franchise posted with the first movie and the sequel, wouldn't it be fair to assume that the third would withstand competition from Shrek and Pirates?
Well, unfortunately, we're likely to see a consumer cannibalization, meaning that each family film could take away dollars from the other two. Shrek and Pirates are wildly popular films as well.
Ian, I haven't seen many analysts issuing warnings about Marvel. In fact, the only hint I could find of any concern was in a Motley Fool article where they raised just slight concern of the stock's value and just said something to the effect, so long as Marvel doesn't lose its edge or its spirit. So in other words, they think the stock and the company can withstand anything. No big warning flags, no analysts saying don't buy the stock. So how do you counter this?
Well, let's be real here. I don't care what the big banks have to say. In fact, I ignore them at any chance I have. You can listen to an overpaid broker who's paid to think what people tell them, or you can listen to someone that's holding a 95% accuracy rate since February 6th in Death Cross Trader. Listen, I'm going by historical standards here. I do urge you to do your own due diligence, though. As of right now, stay away from Marvel until the Spidey hype premium is removed after the film's release.
Ian, I think viewers are going to watch Marvel very closely, and I have to tell you, if the stock doesn't drop as you suggest it will when Spider-Man 3 opens, they're not going to be very happy with you. Of course, on the other hand, if it does tank, we'll have you right back here on Stockbuster so you can say, I told you so. So I thank you for joining us, but we're going to watch this one very carefully.
Okay.
If you'd like to hear more of Ian's recommendations and market insights, you can do so in his free daily e-letter, American Capitalist. Sign-up information is available right here at taipanfinancialnews.com. Until then, keep your portfolio safe. I'm Sandy Franks, and I'll see you again here next week on Smart Investing Stockbusters.